Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another Scribble Battle episode. We're here to see who would be victorious in a battle between my Scribblenauts Unlimited creations, just as I had previously made them. Today's epic matchup will be between Team Bendy, or BATIM, versus Team Deltarune, with Undertale. Team Bendy today will consist of Bendy, Brute Boris, Allison Angel, and Beast Bendy. Team Deltarune, while it could comprise of many various characters, will consist of Susie, Lancer, Jevil, and an Undertale substitution of Sans for the last character. We've applied a still adjective to all opponents here on the level, ready for battle, in which we will also apply a hostile adjective and then proceed to remove the still adjective, hopefully being sure that nobody really gets an advantage by being unfrozen first. We're gonna start out with an all-out free-for-all, so let's do this!
Round 1.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. We're gonna speed up right now the process of removing these walls and taking off the still adjective. Look at this, it's gonna be Sans versus Bendy right now. In this free-for-all, really anybody could go after anybody. Honestly, the way that Scribblenauts Unlimited does work is that even team members could go after each other, but it looks like now Jevil and Beast Bendy going at it right here on that side to the right, it looks like, and Allison just kind of observing right now as some of her, okay, now she's being thrown into the battle, actually being hit by Bendy again. Sometimes, of course, with range characters, we did forget to mention, of course, Sans is down. I did not mention that, but hopefully you all saw it. Sans has fallen. So far, Bendy's team doing really well, but it looks like Bendy now down. Actually, Beast Bendy, I think, friendly firing his own teammates. And then Jevil gonna be going down. Jevil is now out of this. Lancer is the only one left. It looks like he's actually gonna ride on the back of Beast Bendy. Lancer trying to get out of here with that one arm in the air. That's actually as we created him, but it looks hilarious with him riding Beast Bendy. But now Allison Angel looking like she's gonna make mincemeat of Lancer right here, and now Susie being the last one. Did I say Lancer was the last one? I meant Susie. Susie now with Brute Boris, who's actually attacking Allison. We need to get that out of here. And then Allison with that machete and Susie with that battle axe. They took each other down. And then look at this weirdness. Allison and Brute Boris trying to go after each other. Come on, you guys, you're on the same team, although that does kind of make canonical sense. In the Bendy and the Ink Machine storyline, I don't think Allison Angel and Brute Boris really would team up. But this is Scribblenauts Battles, so let's go ahead and move on to the next round.
Round 2. Fight!
Round 2 is going to consist of individual skirmishes. As you can see on screen right now, we have Jevil against Beast Bendy. Now, Jevil having tons of life, Beast Bendy probably having more. I mean, there's really not a way to have these two characters battle and represent actually Beast Bendy from Bendy and the Ink Machine. Of course, that would be Chapter 5. Any of you who know, Beast Bendy, of course, is immortal, and it looks like Jevil is actually out now. Jevil being defeated. We should have a best 2 out of 3 between these characters, because while Beast Bendy seems nearly immortal in Chapter 5, of course, he does meet a, well, spoiler, he does meet his demise, but Jevil is an extremely strong character. That battle lasts a very long time, and so these are, I would say, well-matched characters, except for you can see that Beast Bendy, I mean, perhaps again, this is Scribblenauts Unlimited and not the official games that they come from, but Beast Bendy packs a punch. I mean, one-hit kill in Bendy Chapter 5, Jevil doing a lot of damage, of course, too, but Jevil, it looks like, out of both of those rounds, could not beat Beast Bendy from our Scribblenauts series. So let's go ahead to the next individual battle and see what happens. We're gonna have Susie going up against Allison Angel here. Now, this is without either of their weapons. We did see what happened when they equipped the weapons. Allison Angel was able to take down Susie with that machete in Scribblenauts Unlimited. Now, of course, Allison Angel with her sword stabbing the evil Alice from Bendy and the Ink Machine, but can she hand-to-hand take down Susie? We may need to speed this up just a little bit. It looks like both of these competitors very, very evenly matched, but Susie right now having the upper hand. It is so close, though. It's just one hit away. Susie gonna be taking down Allison Angel. Allison has fallen. Just brutal with her head on the ground right there. Susie overlooking her prize with that evil emote. Okay, my friends, next battle is gonna be Lancer versus Brute Boris. I do apologize. I've been sick for an entire week, so if my voice sounds like it, that's the reason. But anyway, we've got Lancer, a ranged character, this time against Brute Boris, who is not. Of course, Beast Bendy Bendy was not a ranged character, but Beast Bendy with the speed that could outmatch any of these characters. Beast Bendy was able to get up close. It does look like Lancer keeping Brute Boris at bay here. Bendy characters did really good in round 1. Deltarune characters seeming to have the advantage in round 2. If this match does go to Lancer, which it's looking like it does, yes, that's the last heart. Brute Boris is down with his head off. To test this out in a best 2 out of 3, we should put the walls a little bit closer together, because when you have a ranged character in Scribblenauts Unlimited, as I said, it's very easy for them to keep the close range character at bay with their long range attacks. So it looks like Lancer shooting out those playing cards, of course, to be a spade. If you have not seen my episode where I created him, that was the justification of that. We will have links in the description to all the creations of these characters when we created them in my series, and it looks like Brute Boris down to that last heart once again. Did get a few hits off on Lancer this time, but it's not going to prove to be enough. No, Brute Boris has fallen. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, we've got to, of course, attach the hostile adjective to both Sans and Bendy. Remove the middle wall and watch them go at it. This will be 2 ranged characters, 2 very popular characters, of course, from their franchises. I like to think of them as the team leaders here, although Sans really shouldn't be the team leader of Deltarune. But for today's Scribble battle, which is, of course, an unofficial battle between these characters, Sans can be it. You see a zoom in on Sans and Bendy, both of our fighters going at it, and you can actually notice that a lot of their projectiles are canceling each other out, but occasionally they do get a hit off. Sans shooting out bones, Bendy shooting out ink, and then look at this, a hard-fought battle. They are canceling each other out. It does seem every burst of attack has about 2 or 3 that get canceled out, and then 1 hits for each of these characters. And it does look like Bendy now down to that last heart. Sans still having about half health. Bendy is out. Sans taking down Bendy, but let's see what happens if we put these 2 against each other and move them much closer together for the start of the battle, instead of in their respective corners. These characters now fighting to the death. We're gonna see what happens. Yes, mostly the same result, although now that they are closer together, it does appear that they were attacking really close to the same time. We'll have to see what happens. This battle is definitely gonna take much longer, being that they are attacking at mostly the same pace, but every now and then, now that they are farther apart, it does seem, potentially based on the source object of these characters and how much speed each one of them has, one can attack at a slightly different time than the other one. Sans now getting a few hits in, Bendy getting a shot in right there, so we will absolutely speed this up now, but you shouldn't miss a moment of the action right here, folks. Both of these characters die hard right here. It's even exhausting a sick Dr. Kendo. Now Bendy down to that last little bit of health. Can he get him though? Sans now getting pretty low. No, Bendy goes down. Bendy is out of there. Bendy has been eliminated by Sans. But if you've seen these Scribblenauts battles before, you know what that means. It's gonna be the final round.
Let's do this. Round 3.
So generally, we do pit whoever has the most wins and the most points for each team up against each other. But it does seem that the Deltarune team doesn't really have one particular character that has more points than any of the others, at least not in flying colors. So let's do this. Let's try to put Sans up against Beast Bendy. Of course, Beast Bendy seemingly unbeatable here. Beast Bendy hoping to get even the score, and yes, he does. Beast Bendy, I couldn't even get out that sentence. Beast Bendy defeating Sans right there. So let's see what happens if we put Susie and Sans up against Beast Bendy. No, Susie is now out of there. Susie with her head and battle axe on the ground. This is just brutal. Beast Bendy truly is a beast, ladies and gentlemen. Beast Bendy will wipe the floor with these Deltarune characters. And so ultimately, I know you guys are going to say this is unfair because you say it every single battle, and they're really not. But we definitely should put someone else up for the Bendy team because Beast Bendy absolutely shrekking it here. So to even things out, we will put Allison Angel with her sword in hand going up against Lancer for Deltarune. This will be the final battle, ladies and gentlemen. So you can see both Lancer and Allison Angel are ready to fight, and Allison comes charging at Lancer as he was shooting. It looks like he's actually going to be out really fast. I thought Lancer was going to last a little bit longer, so this time we should actually maybe try this where they're a little bit farther apart at the start, but man, Allison Angel is doing a hell of a lot of damage. Boom! Man, Lancer is out again. We're going to have to now go ahead and tally up individual points, but as a whole, it does seem that Bendy's team won again as a whole in round 1. Deltarune seems to have taken it in round 2 as a whole, and then Bendy's team in round 3, although it all comes down to the individual points of each individual battle and what you guys vote for. So in round 1, the first to fall was Sans, giving Team Bendy a point, but then Beast Bendy trampling his own teammates, with Bendy himself being the second to be eliminated. And then we had Jevil fall, so point for Deltarune, point for Team Bendy, and then Lancer being the next one out as he tried to escape escape, point for Team Bendy, and then Susie being the last to fall, a final point for Team Bendy in round 1. So then in round 2, with the individual matches, we had Jevil losing to Beast Bendy, Allison Angel losing to Susie, Lancer being the victor over Brute Boris, and Sans in a hard-fought battle being victorious over Bendy. And in the final battles, it was Beast Bendy and Allison Angel each getting 1 point for Team Bendy in the Ink Machine. So that would leave Team Bendy with a total of 7 points and the Deltarune team with a total of 4. And that's just for overall victories. Ultimately, these are Scribblenauts battles, not actual battles in the respective universes of each of these games. So that is first of note, where there would be differing variables otherwise, but also, this video is not a statement about which franchise is better than the other or more awesome or whatever, so you have got to know that. But I'm gonna need you to sound off in the comments, who do you think would win in an actual battle between all of these characters, these two teams going at it? And while you're doing that, I'll say each of these characters were created on my channel in my usual Scribblenauts creation series, uploaded every Sunday, so just real quick, we'll give out the episode numbers here and in the description, of course. Bendy was made in episode 218, Brute Boris made in episode 282, Allison Angel right after in 283, and the Beast Bendy creation in episode 302. On the Deltarune side, we made Lancer in episode 303, Susie and Jevil creations were done in 304, and Sans was made in episode 146 about 2 years ago at the time of this recording. If you want to see more Scribblenauts battles, click the end screen right here, and be sure to subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the next vid, and thanks for viewing.
Spread panic, everybody jump ship. It's my Titanic life about to slip. After I feel like I got it going on, the fog starts to lift, but it